It's your boy A3B.
And D3V.
And we...
The 3 Ps.
What's poppin', baby? Today,
Oh.
we are checking out a classic. Now, a number of years ago, I think it was 2, maybe 3, I actually went through almost all of the ERBs, minus a couple select few I didn't want to watch because of spoilers of series I was reacting to. So I skipped those.
What is ERB? You keep saying ERB. I thought we were...
Yeah, Viz is quick to the slow. It's fine. So Viz has seen a couple of the classics here.
This whole time I was wondering why you kept saying ERB. I thought that was like somebody we were going to watch. Was the ERB like we're going to watch the ERB epic?
Yeah, I've seen pretty much all of these. So this is not a first watch for me. Viz has seen some of the early ones, so we're probably not going to visit those. I assume you've seen like the Adolf versus Vader.
Yeah, you showed me that one.
Yeah, so he's seen some of the early ones. He hasn't really seen anything, I think, past like season 3 or 4. So
probably most of that I haven't seen too.
And there's a lot of the early ones he hasn't seen either.
I only remember a few, like actually remember them.
So this is one of the more recent ones. I say that this was 3 years ago, but this is only like 4 or 5 videos ago.
I'm surprised they don't have more subscribers after this long.
Well, they kind of stopped.
So long.
Yeah, but if you look at latest videos, you have 2 from this year, 2 from last year, 1 from the year before, and then 1 from the year before, and that's the one we're watching now.
Yeah.
They really the production quality that you're about to see here is insane. This is this isn't like, because the early ERB that he's seen is when they still had like shitty green screen and costumes. This is like they have whole sets built now. With like whole crews.
Really?
It's insane. It's literally like next level shit. They spend thousands of dollars putting these on. So this is one of my favorites. I actually ranked.
They probably just needed more time.
I actually just ranked and rated all of these before. And this one was like at the top of my list. This was in my top 5. So I think this is a great way to bring Viz into this series. If you guys want to see more of these, let me know which ones you are dying to see Viz react to and see me revisit. So
in the comments
below, hit that like button, subscribe, or I'm gonna hit on your grandmother. I'm gonna do it. If you don't subscribe. That was a threat. I was threatening you. I'm not just going to say I'm going to hit on your grandmother. If your grandma's dead, sorry. Sorry for bringing up painful memories. Enjoy this video. You're welcome.
Yeah, here you go.
Right, here we go.
This is our gift. This is our gift.
John Wick, you know who that is.
Yeah.
I know Rambo pretty well. And John McClane is my fucking spirit animal, so I'll catch every John McClane thing. Do you know who John McClane is?
Didn't he run for president?
Okay. This is going to be the best video reaction series you guys have ever seen in my life. No, that was John McCain.
Oh. All right.
John McClane was Bruce Willis's character in the Die Hard franchise.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Hans Gruber.
Didn't he run for president? He's wild.
He what?
He's wild. Didn't he run for president?
Come on.
Still the same shitty title cards, though. That's the best part.
John Wick versus John McClane versus John Rambo.
Alright, guess I'll be the one to draw first blood.
Or maybe you can draw an audience to see any of your new movies.
Come out to the coast, we'll have a few laughs. Sounds sweet, but no, I'm stuck here with these 2 jerkweeds about to kick their ass with bare feet. I'll set it off like it's the top of Nakatomi. Need a fire hose to swing on you, you're both so below me. I haven't stopped killing it since Carl's brother Tony, and I got your detonators right here. Blow me. Oops. Ship your booby traps home, Rambo. Cause you'll never take the W without the P and O. Does your lip hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Can you string that shit up on your compound bow? Lighten up, Wick. Brooding saga. How about a little Hakuna Matata, Baba Yaga? You got the trousers, taper, and the watch, spooker. But your acting falls flatter than the Hans. Gruber. Leave the underground point game to Mario Brothers. And John Bobby! What the fuck's with the chest butter? The bandolier looks heavy as shit. Unlike this ring finger, only need one clip. I've been sharp as shattered glass since the late 80s. And like your late pump, I'll leave you pushing up daisies. Less is more,
Goddamn.
boys. That's my advice. You less survival knife, you more survival wife.
Holy fuck, bro. So he comes in, and it's just like a little dance. It's very John McClane. His first lines are just kind of poking fun. But then he hits some hard fucking hits in the actual raps here. So checking out the lyrics here, we got, I guess I'll be the one to draw first blood. Oh, we just went over that. Argyle dropped the beat. Argyle was his limo driver in the first Die Hard movie. Have you seen the first Die Hard, or you just know about it?
I saw it a long time ago.
So yeah, Argyle was his limo driver that was chilling in the basement basically the whole time, but was rocking out and listening to music, not even realizing what was going on upstairs. I'll set it off like it's the top of Nakatomi. I need a fire hose to swing on you. You're both so below me. So Nakatomi was the building that actually the terrorists took over in the first Die Hard movie, and that they had rigged the roof to blow when it was filled with hostages. So that's what he's referencing here. I'll set it off like it's the top of Nakatomi, like I'm about to blow the roof off the building. Need a fire hose to swing on you. This is one of the best parts of the movie, is where he's stuck on the roof. He can't go downstairs, so he ties a fire hose that's on the roof to his stomach and jumps off the side of the fucking building. Falls like 20 floors and then smashes into the glass down below. So saying, I need a fire hose to swing on you. You're both so below me. Like, I am levels above where you guys are. I need to really fall down to reach your level. Haven't stopped killing it since Carl's brother Tony, and I got your detonators right here below me. So his first death in the movie was Carl, the evil Russian. His brother Tony, he accidentally kills him when they fall down a stairs and he snaps his neck. And then, famously, a couple guys later that he kills has the detonators for the roof explosion. And so, using that as a euphemism for blow me's and suck my dick. I don't give a shit, but doubling that up with the detonators. And then he starts poking fun at Rambo here. So all of that was basically him setting himself up and setting up the scene for the John McClane character. Yeah. Introducing him to the audience who might not understand him. And now he starts taking shots at the other two. So he says, ship your booby traps home, Rambo, because you'll never take the W without the P and O. You get that one?
Yeah, just Rambo would kick John McClane's ass.
Oh, no. You don't. I don't think you've seen the Die Hard movies, bro.
I mean, I know that he's badass, but Rambo, like, what? Yeah, you lucky.
Motherfucker, that's John McClane. John Rambo fucking
so much
never.
more tactical.
Motherfucker. You don't need... I don't think you understand. John Rambo's just a fucking psychopath.
Well, sure.
That's all he has going for him. This is literally... You said it during
Have you seen the Rambo movies?
Have you seen the Die Hard movies?
Most of them.
I
haven't seen the newer one.
I don't think you have. This man is the epitome of common sense and good luck. That is this guy's superpowers.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Watch him in Red. He's like tactical. Like he literally does it all, knowing he's doing it. Like
yeah, but I don't like that. That's every
the
fucking...
man stepped out of a moving car and fucking so good. John Malkovich is in it too.
I've seen it. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen that clip that you're talking about of him stepping out of the moving car. It's cool. The problem is they try to make every badass good guy like that. This is what separated John McClane from the bunch and made him so iconic. It was he wasn't your typical badass, over-the-top action star who was the ultimate badass. He always knew what he was doing. This was your average, everyday man using fucking common sense in the craziest, shittiest situations and would somehow fucking... He would find the 1 in 100 odds that were the best odds that he would have, and he would use his skills to make that work. That's what made him so cool, is he wasn't this crazy, calculating, badass action star. He was a guy who would be like, fuck you guys, and then strap explosives to a chair and throw it down an elevator shaft.
Right.
Ship your booby traps home, Rambo, because you'll never take the W without the P and O. Saying take the W is in the modern day version of like, you're never going to get this win, you're never going to get this victory without the P and O. POW is prisoner of war, referencing Rambo and his past there. So pretty good. And then he shouts out Sylvester Stallone's infamous speech impediment there, where he says, does your lip hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Can you string that shit up on your compound bow? Which I love his delivery of that actual line.
Oh, yeah.
Never take the W without the P and O. Does your lip hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Can you string that shit up on your compound bow?
Like, fucking crazy. The transitions here, though, as he runs across the screen and the screen swipe happens.
Look at his mouth and his tensing. The acting is actually fucking great.
I'm trying to fucking tell you, but you keep coming at this like it's like, oh, no, this is some shitty work. Like, pay attention to what you're seeing, dog, because there's some...
Oh, yeah. Well, you know me, movie, you know me, you and me, movie maker type shit. So like, I'm watching it all. Production is great for sure, especially better than before. But that, like, you still sometimes expect a little bit of stale, like, that's not cheesy acting. That's method. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but you go into this. That's what I was trying to set you up for, is because like I knew you were going to go
instead of just cheesy.
I knew you were going into this thinking it was going to be the same over the top cheesy stuff that like Vader. Adolf was.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
I absolutely did.
It is very much not. They took this shit serious, and some of the doubles and triples and entendres are shit that most rappers wouldn't dream about being creative enough to write. That's what's insane about this. Like, we're just touching on the surface here. This transition, though, going to one of the most
Lighten up, Wick, with your brooding saga.
the most iconic shot of the first movie of him crawling through. But it's also great that he lights the lighter as he says, lighten up Wick, but he's talking to John Wick, but he's talking about lighting up Wick like a candle wick as he's lighting his lighter. So a nice little solid visual double there. And then saying, with your brooding saga, how about a little Hakuna Matata Baba Yaga?
I love that. It's so funny. Because he's the Baba Yaga.
Exactly. The solid flow there of how about a little Hakuna Matata Baba Yaga is, and how about you calm yourself down. Hakuna Matata, a Lion King reference of all things. But Baba Yaga is John Wick's nickname. It means the boogeyman, essentially. They call him the boogeyman, Baba Yaga. You got the trousers tapered and the watch Bircher, but your acting falls flatter than the Hans Gruber. This is fucking solid.
It was great. The delivery. Yeah.
How he ad-libs himself in the back. And this is very ERB. This is something they've done since the beginning. And they've consistently kept up with how they have multiple versions of the same character on the screen. So you see, when he delivers the ad-libs, it's not just the backtrack. It's a physical John Wick coming on screen delivering the line. Or not John Wick, John McClane.
Hakuna Matata, Baba Yaga. You got the trousers, taper, and the watch, spooker. But your acting falls flatter than the Hans.
But the crazy thing is you can see his reflection in the fucking thing. So the amount of production work...
Gotta be CG, yeah.
The fact they had to do all of that as well is crazy.
It's gotta be CG. Yeah, it's gotta be CG. They had to CG that in. That's cool.
So yeah, talking about the fact that he's this ultimate badass, but how he dresses so fancy and so elegant. And then referencing at the very end, your acting falls flatter than the Hans Gruber. Hans Gruber was the villain in Die Hard who, spoiler, I don't know why you're watching this video if you don't know, but he does die by falling off the Nakatomi Plaza at the end of the first movie. Which ironically, which is really fucking cool, he actually falls when he's holding onto John McClane's wife's wristwatch, and he's hanging off the building holding onto her watch, and John ends up killing him by releasing the watch. So the line he says right before that, where he says, you got the trousers tapered and the watch butcher. So kind of cool that he references the watch right there before referencing Hans Gruber falling off the building. And also referencing the fact that Keanu Reeves is not really torn apart, but a lot of his critics do say he is very flat acting. He doesn't express a lot of emotion. He's very one-note delivery on his lines.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's one of his big critiques is he doesn't have a lot of emotional range.
That's how I feel about... The comment's going to kill me. That's how I feel about Nicolas Cage, bro.
Oh, no. I 100% agree with that. But your acting falls flatter than the Hans Gruber. Leave the underground coin game to the Mario Brothers. And John Booby, what the fuck's with the chest butter? I love the delivery on this line. It's referencing, I don't even remember what his name is, but it's the asshole who gave John's wife the watch in the movie. And he talks to Hans, and he calls him, Hans Booby, I'm your white knight. And so that's a nice callback to that, but also referencing the fact that Rambo looks like he's fucking oiled up the whole time. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? The underground coin game is a reference to... They have like a version of Bitcoin in the movie, I'm pretty sure, but the Bitcoin is like what they use to order hits on people. Comment down below that one. I'm not going to Google it because I'm not Googling underground hit mafia coin or whatever the fuck it's called. That bandolier looks heavy as shit. I'm like this prick's ring finger, only need one clip. Is fucking crazy. Talking about the fact how Rambo is fully decked out pretty much the entire movie in the most ridiculous, over-the-top. Bandoliers are not useful. Right? I guess in a practical sense they are, but the movie version of a bandolier always is like... Can you imagine having to manually pull these bullets out of your fucking chest? And... fucking load them into a weapon. I guess you could I feel like it would just get caught on everything. I've had to make bandoliers before for fucking production shows, and I filled it with Tootsie Rolls. That was pretty cool. I had a Tootsie Roll bandolier for a while, and then I ran out of Tootsie Rolls, and I was depressed.
You didn't call me?
This was when we weren't talking. This was during our not talking phase.
Oh, great.
Otherwise, it would have been... You would have been the first one on the phone, bro. This prick's ring finger only need one clip. John's saying he's this accurate with a weapon. He needs one clip and he's going to finish both of these guys off, but also referencing the fact, like, this prick's ring finger, it only needs one clip. His wife's gone. That's what he's referencing. His wife is dead. I've been sharp as shattered glass since the late 80s, and like your late pup, I'll leave you pushing up daisies. I love the fucking line here, because he's referencing pushing up daisies is lifting his middle fingers, like he said. It's a euphemism for flipping somebody off, like, fuck you. But pushing up daisies is also when something's dead. After you bury them, flowers start to grow over their grave. Pushing up daisies. It's like a euphemism for death at the same time. But also referencing the fact that this guy's dog is dead. That's what sets John Wick off at the beginning of the first movie. So it was just solid all the way around. I've been as sharp as shattered glass. Referencing in the first Die Hard movie, there was so much fucking glass. Probably most infamously, the scene where John had to run across it in bare feet and cut up his feet. I bet you he felt how sharp it was during that. And then he said, less is more, boys. That's my advice. You, points at Rambo, less survival knife, as in you need to like get your shit together, dog. You're going too crazy. You, more survival wife is crazy. Pointing out John Wick and being like, man, this is your issue. You fucking let your wife die. You're a badass and you got a dead wife. Yeah, I'm divorced, motherfucker, but at least she's alive.
I'm gonna need a dinner reservation for 2. John Wick, I'm efficient and lean, a proficient professional killing machine. Underworld overachiever looking dapper as I'm bucking. Only one of us to go 3 chapters without sucking. Between your elevator and the mine where you were trapped, you're such wieners I should call you both John Shaft. I craft rhymes with pencils then jam them in necks, so I'm not vexed by vets flexing roid injected pecs. Being excommunicado wasn't more than I could handle, so I think I can withstand an excremental ex-commando. And this sad broken dad joke at Popo is no folk for the hurt you oh so bad virtuoso. Ho ho ho.
Holy shit!
I'm delivering blows, and when they land, it won't help to make fists with your toes. Bitcoin, no. Hitcoin, certainly. I'll put you 2 in 2. Call it cryptocurrency. Obey your superior like good cops and soldiers. Raven, Roy, you're done. Over.
Okay, before he goes, his voice kills me for this the whole way through, bro. The whole way through. But that was fucking, like, fucking John McClane came in and knocked it out of the park. Like, he was solid in his performance of who John McClane is. It was awesome. John Wick had bars, bro, and the flow is crazy.
Yeah, the flow is good.
Oh my God.
Ho-hos and yo-yos and virtuosos. Oh, that's good.
So, starting off with his classic line, I'm going to need a dinner reservation for 2. So, this is what he calls when he needs a body cleaned up. So, if he kills 6 people, he says, I need a dinner reservation for 6. They come and they pick up the 6 bodies and clean the place up. So, he's saying he's about to murder these 2 fools in front of him. I need a dinner reservation for 2. I need you to come pick up their bodies because I'm about to murder them both. And he damn near does. This was crazy, bro. I forgot how good this verse was. And then he also does an introduction for himself, which I really like that so far 2 out of 3 characters have dedicated the beginning of their first verse to introducing who they are as characters. Because this is the first time we've had a trio, so a lot can get lost in who each person is if you don't know them. So having them introduce themselves is a really good way to do that.
Yeah.
So he literally says, John Wick, I'm efficient and lean, a proficient, professional killing machine, underworld overachiever, looking dapper as I'm bucking, only one of us to go 3 chapters without sucking. So starting off with some nice alliteration, proficient, professional killing machine. Underworld overachiever, he's talking about the kind of underground. He references this with the Bitcoin Hitcoin thing.
Yeah.
Looking dapper as I'm bucking, kind of bringing back John McClane's line at him saying, like, look, man, you're too worried about looking kick-ass. And he's like, of course I look kick-ass, but I also kick-ass while I'm doing it. And then bringing up the fact that Rambo and the Die Hard movies are critically acclaimed to have absolutely sucked by the time the third one came out. Which is kind of crazy for Die Hard because I know the second one wasn't as well received, but the third one was is some of people's favorite. Like everybody I talk to say the third one's their favorite.
Yeah.
That's the one with Sam Jackson.
And John Wick 4 was pretty highly praised.
Yeah, but I think this came out before John Wick 4.
That's what it looks like it.
Yeah. But referencing that, like, Die Hard typically is considered to have fallen off for 4 and 5 because they came out years later. It was like an entirely separate plot, all of that stuff. And so I don't know if you can make the claim that go 3 chapters without sucking because I think the first 3 Die Hard movies are pretty critically acclaimed as all being pretty good.
Yeah.
The second one, the first one's always my favorite. The second one is actually my second favorite. The third was okay. The dynamic between him and Sam Jackson is incredible. I love it. But it just kind of loses the John McClane charm of being the right man in the wrong situation. Between your elevator, this was ridiculous. Between your elevator and the mine where you were trapped, you're both such wieners. I should call you're such wieners. I should call you both John Shaft.
Yeah, that was great.
Is fucking crazy, really fucking. And then just calling them dicks after. That was the most creative way to be like, you guys are just a bunch of dicks.
So good.
I craft rhymes with pencils, then jam them in necks, so I'm not vexed by vets flexing roid injected pecs. The internals here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. So saying, yeah, like
he's got the most internals, I swear.
Yeah, it's so cool how his flow matches John Wick's character, and John McClane's flow match John McClane's character.
I would agree, yeah.
It's they're not trying to attack this. Yeah, they're not trying to attack this like they're trying to win a rap battle and trying to be like the most impressive rap performance. They're rapping honestly for the characters, which I love.
Yeah, which is cool, and that's better to me.
Yeah, it's way better. It feels like this could genuinely be these 3 characters. Wait until you fucking hear John Rambo, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait. So he says he carefully crafts his rhymes. He's very deliberate with what he's doing, but then he jabs them in necks. I believe he had a very infamous Almost Heath
Pencil
Ledger
neck scene.
Joker. Yeah, the pencil neck scene. Well, I'm not vexed by vets flexing roid-injected pecs, referencing the fact Sylvester Stallone is on steroids here. It's just...
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Bro, just you wait, motherfucker.
You gotta do what you
Flexing
gotta do.
roid-injected pecs being excommunicado wasn't more than I could handle, so I think I can withstand an excremental ex-commando. As he's literally...
So,
taking a shit on the competition.
vexed by vets flexing roid injected pecs. Being excommunicado wasn't more than I could handle, so I think I can withstand it.
This is Viz in high school. This perfectly sums up, and this is me in high school. This is pretty great. I had a little, I had a 1-pack, not a 6-pack, but this is pretty much us. This could be us.
This is our yearbook photos, everybody.
Oh, I'll flash up a
Except
yearbook
change
photo.
the tux. Except make the tux orange. It's the only difference.
That's true. But literally saying, I think I can withstand a shitty ex-commando is the most flashy, over-the-top way he could have said that.
And so, yeah.
And then
that's pretty good.
the craziest line so far is, this is my favorite line so far. I don't know about the whole song, but saying, and this sad, broken, dad joking po-po is no foe for the hurt you oh so bad virtuoso. Ho ho ho. To quivers and bows, I'm delivering blows, and when they land, it won't help to make fists with your toes. Holy fuck.
That's so good.
So John McClane is infamous for his dad jokes, and they're not your classic, like, they're like little dad quips. They're not actual like dad jokes with a pun and a setup and a delivery. No, it's but the sad broken dad joking popo is in the police. He's a police officer, is no foe for the virtuoso bad virtuoso, referencing himself as like, I'm gonna fuck you up and I'm virtuous, motherfucker. And then doing the ho 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 and how he says ho ho ho.
Bad virtuoso. Ho ho ho.
Ho 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 is so fucking amazing, bro. And referencing the fact the first Die Hard movie being set during Christmas, and when John McClane actually kills his first guy, he writes on the guy's chest, ho ho ho. He writes on the guy's chest, now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho, because it is Christmas time. So,
so good.
Yeah, ho 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 to quivers and bows, doubling up quivers as the sense of quivering, like you're shaking in your boots, but quivers as in like an arrow holder, a quiver, and a bow. I'm delivering blows, and when they land, it won't help to make fists with your toes. So saying like, to hell with weapons, to hell with quivers and bows, I'm just going to beat the fuck out of you. And when my punch lands, the line, it won't help to make fists with your toes, is what I was referencing earlier. This is why John McClane was actually barefoot in the first Die Hard movie. Was because the movie starts off with him getting on an airplane, and he was nervous flying, and one of the guys on the plane said, when you land and you're standing on carpet, take off your socks and shoes and make fists with your toes and walk on the carpet, and it helps like recenter you. And John tries to do that, and he literally says, son of a bitch, it worked. And then the place gets shot up, and he has to run and start doing the rest of the movie. But that's why he's barefoot in the movie. So saying when this fucking joke, when my fist lands, instead of the plane landing, it won't help to make fists with your toes, is so fucking good, dude. Bitcoin.
Yeah, like they had to pick that one out.
Huh. That to me, that's might be my. It's in my favorite, like, it's in the upper echelon of greatest ERB like bars I've ever heard. Bitcoin, no. Hitcoin, which is what we were looking for earlier. So if you wrote a comment, fuck you. Certainly, I'll put you two in tombs. Call it cryptocurrency is fucking wild, bro.
I know, I love that bar.
Crypto, because they're in a crypt. Because they're fucking dead. Because they're dead bodies. Crypt. I don't think you can say that. What did you just say? Cryptocurrency. Okay. We got comments. Obey your superior like good cops and soldiers. Raven, Roy, you're done. Over. So, just a nice little sign off there via walkie-talkie style. Okay, I want you to prepare, bro, because I might die. Oh my god.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
The fact I said, like, both of these guys have been portraying their characters, like, accurately. That's how they're
I
rapping.
felt your foreshadow.
Motherfucker, get ready.
Captain
felt the
Soldier,
foreshadow.
Raven, Roy, you're done. Over.
Nothing is over! Nothing! You just don't turn it off! Unless it's one of your movies. In which case, I just turn it off! When I rip off my shirt and start swinging my stick swords, I'm hotter than the suicide girls on your switchboard. My headband's red, but I got no love for comedy. No juice was used to produce these armies. High-table rules don't apply to this conflict. I'll finish you right in the lobby. Mission accomplished. McClane! South is where your marriage went. The last pipe thing you slid in was an air vent. They used to say you were...
Sorry, but John McClane's deadpan. What the fuck did you just say to me?
Where your marriage went, the last pipe thing you slid in was an air vent.
It's the best face this whole fucking video, bro. He's like,
Right there. Yo, he looks. Who does he look like? That he looks like Will Arnett right there, bro.
oh, it's so
They
fucking
used to
good.
say you were a handsome crusader. Too bad your hairline couldn't get saved by Steve Urkel's neighbor. Oh, I slip into the jungle, disappear like a ghost. Then ding, I pop up behind you like Poe. I seek peace, but I'm packing
Great.
Parabella. I was trained to be the very best soldier boy. I'm blasting RPG through NYPD's guts. Simon says you can PTSD nuts.
Jesus Christ, asshole! What are you?
This is the difference, okay, between you and Tick. These nuts jokes are gonna get Viz every time. They're gonna get. This is his brand of humor. When I reacted to these before, it was with Tick, who's I partner with him on a lot of our other channels, and we cannot stand. If it makes sense in the context, absolutely. I don't know why John Rambo would ever do a D's and nuts joke.
Did it? That's why I thought it was so funny because it's like PTSD's nuts. What?
This is gonna be dying for the next 20 minutes. Their performance was sick here, though. I died watching this, especially his beginning where he's like, "Nothing is over, nothing."
He fucking just is like, oh god, calm down. Oh god.
You just don't turn it
This
off.
live voice is awful.
Yeah, but I think that it is. It is. It 100% is. Yours is not better. I do want to point that out. Yours is very much not better.
It's so much better.
It is not. Give me your best Stallone. Give me your best Stallone.
Good.
Let's hear it. Me and this guy are waiting right now.
I've never done it seriously. I've only ever done the.
Me and this guy are waiting. I don't want excuses, motherfucker. You said you could do it better. Say nothing is over in the Stallone voice.
Nothing is.
Yeah. This
I went full Batman, bro.
That was Batman?
I mean, yeah, nothing is over. Great. You
All
gotta
right.
do what you gotta do.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off. Unless it's one of your movies, in which case, I just turn it off. So, bars? Question mark? I wouldn't say bars. I would say Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid bars.
Question mark?
Question mark. When I rip off my shirt and start swinging my stick swords, I'm hotter than the suicide girls on your switchboards. I don't know what the fuck this means. This is definitely a diss to John Wick. I don't know. In the John Wick films, the overarching antagonistic organization, the High Table, tends to use outdated technology, such as chalkboards to keep track of bounties, typewriters, old-fashioned intercom systems for records, and as Rambo mentions, switchboard telephones, presumably in order to hide from law enforcement.
So see, I got the switchboard reference, but
oh, and to add to the fan service factor, the switchboard operators in the High Table's logistic department are highly attractive women who notably sport striking tattoos on their bodies. They are inspired by Suicide Girls, a community-based softcore pornography website that revolves around... What the fuck?
revolves around what?
Nothing, don't worry about it. Oh.
Revolves around what?
That's gonna be... This is your new fucking screensaver, bro. This is...
Take that, mate.
My headband's red, but I got no love for Kami. So he is kind of introducing his whole character here in his own Stallone way. And then saying, and no juice was used to produce these armies is the most fucking, is amazing. It's just fucking incredible.
That's so ridiculous.
To produce these armies as he fucking strikes a pose. Talking about the fact he's saying, I didn't take steroids. This is a natural build. This is what God intended me to look like, motherfuckers. This is hard work and a creatine diet. Your high table rules don't apply to this conflict. I'll finish you right in the lobby. Mission accomplished. This is a fucking Call of Duty reference, I guess. Because I'll finish
that
you.
And the John McClane, instead of floors up, he'll finish it in the lobby.
Oh, that's okay. That's another solid. And I do also believe that I've really liked that a lot more now. There is also a reference here to John Wick where I believe they had a hotel lobby fight scene.
Oh, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
But also tying in, yes, I didn't even think about that, to John McClane's line of how he's at the top of the building. That's where he's at. He's like, motherfucker, you ain't making it to the top of the building. I'll kill you in the lobby.
Yeah. I
like that. That's a pretty cool double. McClane, South is where... This line is ridiculous. McClane! South is where your marriage went. The last tight thing you slid in was an air vent as he hits the fucking gritty, bro.
Did you see the dance when he
yeah. Hold on, look at the back. Hold on. Look at this guy.
Conflict. I'll finish you right in the lobby. Mission accomplished. McClane! South is where your marriage went. The last tight thing you slid in was an air vent.
He's getting me every time, bro. It's amazing.
He straight looks like Will Arnett, though. It's kind of weird.
He is referencing the fact here. For some reason, they did the trope of, with the exception of the second movie, the first movie starts with these two actually being split up, and they're kind of seeing each other for the sake of the children. They're like in the middle. They're not divorced, but they're having a big fight. The second movie, they're actually together, but circumstances are keeping the two characters separated physically the whole movie, but emotionally they're together. Every movie after that, they're pretty much separated. So saying like the last time you got laid was the last tight thing you slid in wasn't a woman, it was an air vent in the first Rambo, in the first Die Hard movie back in 1989. They used to say you were a handsome crusader. Too bad your hairline couldn't get saved by Steve Urkel's neighbor. I believe Steve Urkel's neighbor is played by the same cop who kind of partnered with John McClane in the first two Die Hard movies. Oh, I slip into... and also referencing the fact that he goes bald. Yeah, by the first movie, he already has a pretty bad receding hairline. And then the best line of the whole song... Oh, I slip into the jungle, disappear like a ghost, then ding, I pop up hot behind you like toast.
They used to say you were a handsome crusader. Too bad your hairline couldn't get saved by Steve Urkel's neighbor. Oh, I slip into the jungle, disappear like a ghost. Ding, I pop up behind you like toast.
Then ding.
Slip into the jungle.
This is fucking... the fact he moves like an action figure. His arms can't move unless they're like...
I know.
Disappear like a ghost. Then ding.
Ding. It's incredible. It's fucking incredible.
How did they produce this part right here?
Don't worry about it. Trying to be the Barry Vest Soulja Boy. Tell him. Kind of a reference also to the Soulja Boy track. With the Tell him ad lib. I'll blast an RPG through NYPD's guts, referencing the fact that John McClane is an NYPD officer. But blast an RPG, that's what he's holding in his hand. It's a rocket-propelled grenade. Simon says you can PTSD's not. Rambo comes into conflict with a brutal police department in rural America and uses an RPG because McClane is a police officer from New York. Rambo claims he'll fight him, and more specifically, McClane himself using this weapon. Simon Says is a children's game where one person commands other people to perform actions with only preceding words. Oh, and then the reference to Die Hard with a Vengeance. I forgot about that. In Die Hard 3, they play a game of quote-unquote Simon Says, where... That's why I wasn't a huge fan of Die Hard 3. Like, the whole movie was about John McClane solving riddles. And ultimately, like, he's able to outfox the villain, of course, and, like, think ahead and all this stuff. But I didn't like the fact it was him finding himself in a situation. Like, the villains tried to plan the plot around John McClane as opposed to John McClane stumbling upon this plan. That was always the idea I liked more, where John didn't belong in the situation, and the third one was about him being in the situation.
Simon Says you can PTSD die!
Jesus Christ, asshole! What are you doing? This is not some Saturday morning cartoon for you to ruin!
Only thing getting ruined is McClane Family Christmas. All your kids still have decent dad on their wish list.
Whoa! Rambo dropping bombs in his flows! Did your pals in the Taliban help you write those?
Those were mujahideen. There's a difference. The Taliban formed in the 90s when you fell off with a vengeance.
Hey, who the fuck asked you, dog pound? Why don't you go lock your mouth in a hole in the ground?
Oh, Lord!
You're both a funeral suit away from presentable. I'm thinking I'm back, and I'm thinking you're expendable.
You wanna die? Oh! Today's a good day! Let's go, motherfuckers! Yippee-ki-yay!
Yeah.
That's a baller way to end.
I think you're both expendable because they're both Bruce Willis is in the Expendable movie.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm thinking I'm back, and I'm thinking you're expendable.
Church. I love that.
So
yeah, one was a line from the John Wick movies that I'm thinking I'm back, and one was a reference to those two being in the Expendable movies and not him.
Yeah. Some solid fucking bars to end the song, most certainly. Jesus Christ, asshole, what are you doing? This is not some Saturday morning cartoon for you to ruin. I'm pretty sure they tried to turn Rambo into a Saturday morning cartoon.
I think there is one.
Yeah, it's not great. I'll be honest with you. And he responds with bars of only thing getting ruined is McClane Family Christmas. All your kids still have decent dad on their wish list. This is that one friend who this is literally, if you've seen Anchorman, this is Brick when he's like, "Where'd you buy that shirt? At the shirt store?" And he just thinks he's the funniest fucking guy. It's so good, dude. It's the delivery sells this so well. Because your jokes can only be as clever as what people can understand.
Yeah.
And so the fact that these other two are leagues above Sylvester Stallone, but it doesn't matter to him because he doesn't understand what the fuck they're talking about the whole time, is fucking incredible. They're roasting the shit out of him, and he's just like, "I don't get it. Nothing is over. You just don't turn it off."
The whole lock thing. Lock. I'm like, oh no.
PTSD, bro.
That's terrible.
Oh,
PTSD. Nuts.
dog. Whoa, Rambo's dropping bombs in his flows. Did your pals in the Taliban help you write those? Referencing the fact that Rambo had some pretty what? Okay, hold on. In Rambo 3, Rambo goes to Afghanistan to rescue his friend Sam, who was captured on a mission trying to repel the Soviet army away from the tribes there. They had help from the forces led by a chieftain that allowed them to survive. So McClane mocks Rambo for working with a morally dubious group. John Wick coming in saying, "Those were mujahideen, there's a difference." Is so fucking funny. Is so fucking funny because of course John Wick would be not John Wick. Of course John McClane would be the racist asshole who just kind of groups them all together. He's like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, a spade's a spade here, right? And John Wick's like the actual proper, like, I know my target, I know what I'm doing, I know what's happening, and you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Is just so good. And then he says, the Taliban formed in the 90s when you fell off with a vengeance. So,
I love that.
Oh my God. This is referencing, of course, the movie Die Hard with a Vengeance. And then fucking John McClane bumping back, "Hey, who the fuck asked you, dog pound? Why don't you go lock your mouth in a hole in the ground?" Again, referencing the dead dog. Again, referencing the dead dog here.
Fuck asked you, dog pound. Why don't you go lock your mouth in a hole in the ground?
Oh,
John McClane's performance this whole time, though, just absolutely sold. Like, all three of them, you could see Keanu Reeves reacting to this moment here. Like, when he says dog pound, you could see him, like, tense up and kind of square up against John McClane. You could see, as soon as Rambo starts speaking, John McClane, like, snaps his head, like, what the fuck is this idiot saying now? And then you can see the PTSD start to kick in. It's just so funny, dude.
Go lock your mouth in a hole in the ground.
You're both a funeral suit away from presentable. I'm thinking I'm bad, and I'm thinking you're expendable.
You wanna die hard? Well, today's a good day. Let's go, motherfuckers! Yippee-ki-yay!
So, a baller way to end it across the board, except I don't understand why whole lock was Rambo's last lines he got to deliver. That's it. That's how he ended it. So John Wick following up with, you're both a funeral suit away from presentable. I'm thinking I'm back, and I'm thinking you're expendable. Referencing again, like a dinner party for two. Like, you're about to be dressed up. All we need to do is make you look presentable because you're about to attend your own funeral here. I'm thinking you're expendable. Of course, Viz, you mentioned The Expendables, the movie that both of these actors are famous for being in. But also at the same time, if something's expendable, it's pretty much worthless. Like, you're not worried about losing this thing. Die Hard, well, today's a good day. Let's go, motherfuckers. Yippee-ki-yay. John McClane's unofficial catchphrase. He says it in every Die Hard movie. It was like a mini little throw-out line that he put out there in the first Die Hard. So ending it with that is a pretty sick way. And then, of course, the taped gun to his back is the same way he actually won at the end of the first Die Hard movie, was he had taped the gun to his back so he could act like he was he was completely unarmed, he had no weapon, and then booka!
Hey, let's go, motherfuckers! Yippee-ki-yay!
I do love they had to blur this because it's cheesy as all. They just keep going back and forth, pointing the weapons at each other.
Oh man. Oh man.
All right, Viz, what'd you think of that one?
That was fun. That was fun as shit.
I thought you would enjoy this one.
Do we get to talk about who we think won?
Oh, absolutely.
Or no?
Absolutely.
I think John McClane won, but I do think John McClane won overall, but I think John Wick had the better verse.
I agree with that. I think there's like a phenomenon in rap battles, and I always try to explain this. When I did this series the first time around, I tried to explain this as there's no pause button in a rap battle. Now, we abuse the hell out of the pause button here, but how I would originally watch these is I would watch them all in one go, and then we would go back through and break them down. Unfortunately, people would watch the initial 3-minute reaction and think that was it, and then they would call me stupid saying I missed all the bars.
And that's why we do what we do now, people.
You're welcome. It's all y'all's fault. But
yeah, that's what you get.
That's what you get. But that's the in a battle rap, there's no pause button. So you can have all these crazy multi-layered, multi-syllables, great internals, but if it's stuff that you literally have to pause and break down, it doesn't add to your score in an actual battle rap because there's no pause button. It's you going back and forth, and whatever lines hit the hardest is what's going to win you the battle. It doesn't matter who the most consistent is. All you need is 1 or 2 really good lines, and the whole crowd will turn against your opponent. There is a line, and I'm actually going to show you this real quick.
By come Dracula, you're smoking Cracula. I dunk on your Dracula, raps like I'm Shacula.
Everybody said that was the stupidest thing they've ever heard.
Sucker, this soft. It's ridiculous.
That sucks. That's god awful. But get beat by Count Dracula, you're smoking Cracula, is the hardest bar you'll ever hear in a fucking battle rap ever. It's so stupid. If you're writing a song and that's a bar you write in a song, it's stupid. I agree with that.
Yes.
But when
Yeah.
you're standing there and you're battle rapping and you're surrounded by 30 fucking people and everyone's listening to you, you deliver that line, every motherfucker is losing their minds right there. That's it.
Because it missed.
Don't comment Bacula, you're smoking Crackula. Okay, we're done.
What's up, Bo?
Goodbye.